We built the eco bungalow with a pretty amazing building material. It's called Adobe, and it's basically consists of, it's a clay-based brick, and there are multiple reasons why we've chosen this this technique. The primary reason is that it's really cost effective, and we can source good portions of the material on site, which means that, you know, for making this brick you need clay, you need sand, you need rice husk, and you need water. Those are the main ingredients in the brick, all of which can be sourced at the project site, which makes the building technique very cost effective. It's not traditionally, it hasn't been a building technique that's been used very much, and the reason for that is that many of the communities that we work with have in the past been very much able to cut trees and to drag them to the village and build houses out of wood. But wood these days, especially with tighter government regulation, and have made a wooden house quite expensive, and also difficult to source material to build the wooden structures. So our model of bringing clay as an alternative building material is also, you know, for providing basically the villagers with that new technique. And what happens in these communities now, when you're not allowed to build as easily with wood anymore, it's just wood is becoming more scarce, is that you see more and more cement houses coming up, and the problem with that is that cement in these remote, the materials that you need in order to build a cement house, you need to source from the town, which so you know, the communities that are already quite impoverished or have very much development challenges within that community have to pay almost double the price for a house compared to what it would cost to build in the city. And so we really see the clay brick or the Adobe brick as a very good alternative for the village in general. Now, it's also the other great benefit of this building material is that it's really creative, and it's easy to use, and it's forgiving. So when you guys show up, we are happy to hear your ideas in terms of how we could, you know, do some interior design, like small interior design projects, or how we can paint a wall a certain way, or how we can, you know, because the beauty of it is that if it doesn't really work out, we can very easily take it out, or we can just use some water and basically get rid of it and start again, which I think which is not something you can do with cement or other building materials very easily. So for you guys who are perhaps interested in architecture or in design or something like that, I think this is a project that would fit you guys very, very well. So the brick itself is also quite cool in its features or its qualities, because it actually, when you have a brick wall made up, it actually cools the inside of the house very nicely and keeps it warm during the evening. These are features that also is very beneficial in terms of choosing this particular building material. And how we make this, or how we make the bricks, and how we there is no real rocket science to this. It's really quite easy. Clay can be, as I said, clay can be very easily sourced from the project site. Rice husk we get from the rice fields. water we get from the small rivers or the small streams that run through the village, and sand is also something we can access through the community. So the bricks and the finished product is all sourced from the community.